My name is Shiv, and I born and brought up in India. My state name is Uttarakhand, and I'm a central government employee. At the same time, I'm done with my master in English, master in commerce, and this year I'm pursuing my master in economics. This is my final year. In addition to this, I do teach English in different online platforms to beginners and intermediate speakers. Moreover, I have my own YouTube channel with the name of English with Teachership. So that's all from my side. If you want to know something about me, please feel free to ask.
Yes, sir. Actually, I know, sir, that you are too passionate about this language and you have great knowledge about English and you are a good tutor as well. So, if we talk about spoken English, so what advice would you love to give that how any person means those who are beginners from where they should start?
Well, thank you for your kind words. First of all, the adjectives and compliments you have been using for me, I'm really flabbergasted and quite excited. And second thing, when it comes to tips and tricks, which I've been following for long in order to master this language, I can share those tips and tricks with you as well.
Sure.
So, very first and foremost thing that we have to remember, you, me, and everyone, we all are Indians, of course, right? And
Yeah.
English is not our mother tongue. It is not a level of status. Like if you know English, okay, you are belongs to a very good family. No, it's not like
Yeah.
that. So while learning English, if we are making any mistake at any point, or we are fumbling, stammering, stucking, we shouldn't feel ashamed about it. And more important point, we shouldn't expect the same level of perfectionism as native speakers have in this language. Because we are not born with this language. This is a target or second language which we are trying to master on. Correct? Okay. Rule number two, before starting our journey to being fluent in this language, one must has to ask one question to himself. And what is that question? That question is why? Why
Really?
means
Why
why
question
am
is
I in
always
this
that?
language? That do I have any powerful reason to master this language? Yes or no? If I do have, I should work on it. If not, so I should find that powerful reason for myself because until unless I don't have any powerful reason, I'm not able to learn this language, honestly speaking, because that single powerful reason will click on your mind and let you know that you shouldn't waste your time in any useless stuff. Rather, just keep focusing on your learning. Now, third thing is words. I always says words have some magical power. The more you
Hmm.
have vocabularies, the better you can express your thoughts, your ideas, your feelings, emotions, notions, infatuation, and everything. You can manifest yourself in such a effective and amazing way that people will get astounding after listening your personality. All right. So just try to learn at least one or two vocabularies every single day and try to incorporate the same vocabs in your day-to-day spoken English. Now, rule number fourth is I've seen most of the time people are literally obsessed with grammar. They feel, I don't know grammar, I can speak English. That's totally wrong. But I believe if you are a beginner, if you are a starter, or you are an intermediate speaker of English,
Hmm.
first try to focus on your flow and confidence. The moment you reach on that level where you can speak English with anyone without any hesitation or shyness all over the world, then after
Yeah.
you can work on your grammar or your accuracy, but not in initials. Don't even try to create a trap of grammar for yourself in a starting time. All right. Now, rule number five is evaluation. What does it mean? If I don't know that where do I stand, how can I cover the gap of the level I want to reach out? Isn't it? So I would say just take a topic for yourself, record your voice, and after recording your voice, you have to listen it very carefully, and then you have to identify where are you lacking actually. Are you
Absolutely.
lacking with your pronunciation, grammar, sentence formation, content creation, or there is something else wrong with your English, right?
Yeah.
If you know your weakness, then only you can work on it. So find your loopholes and try to fill it out. The
Yes.
next point is, I'm sure you are going to laugh at me. Love your mistakes because people are often afraid of making mistake. They think, oh God, I'm a beginner. I don't know
Yeah.
speak English. How can I speak? I'll make mistake. People will make fun of me. They are going to criticize me. They are going to judge me and blah blah blah. There are many so thoughts. Just try to free yourself with this hallucination. Come up, open your eyes, and I would say we have to accept that we all are human beings. We are not God, and human beings
Mhm.
are always allowed to make a mistakes. All right, teachers make mistakes, native speakers make mistakes. Why can't we? We are just learner. Done. I'm sorry for taking too much time. Over to you.
It's so cute, sir. Actually, in fact, it was marvelous, splendorous, and we can say that you have covered all the points regarding spoken English. What should done to a beginner? Means you have talked about English speaking, listening, reading, writing, all about the four skills and thinking in English and what is confidence and how we should learn from our mistakes. And you cleared also that mistakes are proof that we are doing something. If we are not doing, it means we are not going to create any mistake. So that is the thing. You have just fulfilled everything, whatever is required to start something and to motivate someone in the journey of speaking English. So, sir, though it is, I want to say now, you have just listened everything about spoken English. Yeah. In my context, I want to say that people who are just beginners, they need to collect courage to speak, because what happened, they feel so inconfident that they are not ready to speak even a single word whatever they know. Means if anybody just want to speak in English, they need to open their mouth. In fact, because if they will not try to speak in English, they will not open their mouths. So how their mouth muscles will work? So it is important whether if you know 10 words, 5 words, 20 words, some sentence in English. So it is needed to just give output. Because if you are just listening, you are giving input to your mind and you are not giving any output. So that time it goes mash up everything. So it's required that whatever we are learning, we need to share with others. You can do self talk and you can do other things like small videos or among their friends they can talk. So it needs to start. Yes, starting is important. And if we talk
That's
about
really
at starting,
incredible and awesome.
yes, yeah. In
Yeah, sorry,
starting, if
interrupting you,
somebody
please.
is, it's okay. If in starting, if somebody, what is required, they need to work on speaking and listening, because only these are the things that we get output from those. So speaking is
Correct.
important. First, listen. As you said, listen actively. If you are listening, so listen one video multiple times so that you can understand what is there. You can means if you are listening any video of your choice, so that time you need to listen that video. One for only listening, and second time, third time, you can say fourth time, any time. So that time for your comprehension, for your understanding how the sentence is framed and what is the new phrases and new idioms are there. If you are getting something new that is unknown to you, so you need to just jot down those things and use in your daily life. So that is important. Yes, sir. Now you can.
Yes, I agree. And I can see eye to eye your that particular point when you said learning a language requires a huge courage. You have
Yes,
to be audacious, brave, bold. Then only you can take a step ahead in order to learn this language.
very.
Secondly, when you said that before be a good speaker, one must be a good listener first. Until unless you are not going to acquire input, how can you give the output to anyone? For
Yes,
example, whatever I'm speaking, that I already know. That's what I'm speaking. But what about those things that I don't know? How can I speak? For that, I need to listen someone. From there, I have to accumulate the content, the raw
Yes.
material, so that only I can convert that raw material into useful and productive information. Right.
Mm.
And third thing, as you said, that we have to challenge ourselves. We need to focus on our homework. You know what usually happens? You'll find that there are many beginners, they are coming to you and they kept asking questions to you like, how can I learn this language? What are the tips and tricks you have that I would follow and I'm going to speaking this like an eloquent and impeccable speaker? And you're going to serve all tips and tactics, whatever you have been following for your spoken English. But your duty is done. You have shared all the things. But what
Yes.
about their duty? Are they doing their homework? Only by getting suggestion, advisors, tips and tricks, watching videos on YouTube, and this kind of stuff is not going to make you a good speaker. If you want to become an eloquent and proficient speaker, you
Mm.
must start taking initiative. You have to follow the rule of implementation.
Yes.
Unless you are
That
going
is
to
must.
execute those steps in your practical life, how you are going to master this language. From my side, what I say that English is just like a home. You need bricks, cement, sand, iron. And what is this cement, bricks, sand, and iron? It is your vocabularies, grammar, pronunciation rules, sentence formation. When you are going to make a collaboration of all these things, then only you are going to build your home. And then only
Yeah.
you are going to learn this language. So we need to understand the essence of all this stuff and we need to focus on ourselves. Never ever try to compare yourself with anyone or mostly not in a destructive way. If you are comparing yourself in a constructive way, that's totally fine. That okay, fine. If he can learn, I can also learn. If he could become fluent, I could. So this is comparison which is quite helpful for him. But don't think, oh God, he speaks very fast. He speaks
Mm.
so well. I'm not going to talk with him. I don't know why I'm not speaking like him. And you'll start getting nervous, demotivating yourself, depressing yourself. There's no need at all. My rule is very simple. If you are not going to respect yourself, if you are not going to stand for yourself, if you
Yes.
are not going to give value to yourself, no one else can do it for you. You have to raise voice for yourself, then only people will going to raise voice for you. If you're not ready to help yourself, God is also not going to help you. So that's what I want to say that first of all, you have to start taking initiative. Just try to come forward. Don't try
Yes.
to play in back foot. That's not going to help you. So immerse yourself with this language. Feel this language from your heart. Try to dive into this language. Pour yourself completely into this language. And the more you are going to connect yourself with this language, I'm sure
Mm.
if you would accept this language as your friend, which is going to help you at every moment, this language is as well will consider you as a friend, and both of you can become teacher of each other's. And this is how this teamwork is going to come up with a rocking performance, a bombastic actions work. But all you have to do is just try to do your homework. Don't try to blast air bubbles. That's not going to help, all right? So whenever you are getting chance, try to speak a lot. Try to take feedback from others. If someone is giving any
Yes.
feedback to you, don't feel bad about it. Okay, who's the hell he is trying to evaluate me? I didn't
Yes.
want his petition. How he can do it? No, if someone is giving feedback to it, means he has observed you very deeply and he felt that you should work on that area, whatever he has suggested to you. And if
Mhm.
you are going to work on it, you can become the best version of yourself. So there's no point at all to get nervous and anxious about someone's feedback. Take it in a positive way because your right approach of learning, your imagination, your visualization, and the pattern which you have in your brain, the psychology of learning, it works that there is always a uh, kind of circuit in your brain in order to learn something. You just need to give a spark. I don't know what kind
Yeah.
of spark people have, but in my case, I do have that spark in my life, and that was my turning point of my life. From there, I started my journey of learning this language. So you need to find that kick, a single kick for yourself, which is going to illuminate and shine yourself that you can come up with some colorful result in your life and you can see some fruitful result in terms of spoken English. Yeah, I'm done. Over to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely, whatever suggestions and values you have given to the beginners and to us also, so that are really remarkable. And if we just follow that and we do practice, so definitely we are going to get result. Because English is a process. We can't learn English in a couple of days. Okay, those who says that learn English in 30 days or 1 month, also that is only an imagination. That is a white false only. We can't say that it's happened like that, because Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time. In the same way, English is a language, and it is a process to learn this language. So it takes time. What is required? That is only practice. The mantra is practice only. If you want to do something in any work, so you need to do practice, practice, and practice. That is the thing only. And another thing is consistency. That is also required. It's not like that one day you are doing practice hours to hours, and another day you are totally blank. So it should not be like that. It should be at persistent level. If you are giving 1 hour per day, so it should be 1 hour per day. But if you are giving only, someday you are giving 3 hours or 4 hours, and someday you are not giving after even as 15 minutes or 30 minutes, so how you can say that I am so I am so passionate and I am not getting result, and what I am doing, it is totally useless. So it means there is something there. The fault is in us only. We are not taking all the things seriously. Needs to be fixed on our focus. We should be focused on our learning. Yes, it is, sir.
Totally dumbfounded and mesmerized the way you have expanded the whole concept of this language, English. You know what? I would say I wish I would be a doctor and I can come up with a tablet of English so that I can give anyone let
Yeah,
this
it's
tablet
not like
and
that.
eat
Yeah.
take like take this tablet with one glass of water and then from tomorrow onwards you are going to speak English fluently. And I'm not even a magician that I'm going to reveal a magician stick on someone's head and from the next day he's going to start English like a native speaker.
Yes.
Nothing's going to happen with anyone, not even with me. So the rule is very simple. If you want to learn swimming, you have to jump into the water, then only you can learn swimming. If you want to
Yes.
learn driving, so you have to start driving by reading manual. You can't even learn that, isn't it? So speaking could be learned by speaking only. What I believe when when someone is speaking, people can easily understand them.